Up top and just that, it's DUTCHdinero here representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe. Tell your friend them about Yasso, cause a Yasso, nice. Yes, my fam, me there. Chillax a build back a wall back a vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, everything good, everything cookie, everything alright. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, so big up one and all, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, go into the comment box, give me a big up, man. You know what I mean? Because I love the big ups, Yeah, man. So we're there, my fam. And my last video was spiritual growth is a group project, right? So you can go to your YouTube search and type DUTCHdinero. Spiritual growth is a group project, or spiritual growth is a group project, DUTCHdinero. And you will find that video much easier by typing DUTCHdinero at the start or the end of the topic, right? So the topic was spiritual growth is a group project. Yes, my fam. So today's topic is practice self-control. My fam, that is something that we all need some sharpening up on, right? Because in all different ways and in all different roles in life, we need self-control, and we need to be disciplined enough that we are under good self-control, right? My fam, we have persons here who have some nasty attitude, right? Especially in the workplace, right? You have some bosses, they like to touch workers, give them like some naughty touch, you know what I mean? Like touch them on the bottoms and stuff like that, uncomfortable touch, right? They need self-control. We have some people here now who they are doing their exercise, keeping up with their diets, right? But they oftentimes break their diet for the food that is not good for them, right? And you need self-control. You have people here who saving towards their goal, make a goal, trying to go towards their goal, but with lack of self-control, they are failing because they are not disciplined enough and they don't do enough to control themselves from breaking the spell, right? You have people here who go overbound with everything, right? They are in the library and something and they're shouting, right? They are in church and still answering the cell phone, still answering texts on the phone, still doing business, right? So we all need this thing called self-control in order to keep ourselves respectful and respective in respective places, right? Yes, we need to be at work and behave like we are at work and be focused on what we are doing at work and not the phone and internet and stuff like that, because sometimes that get us fired, that get the boss upset, and that get the supervisors busy writing us up to the boss, right? So you need to practice proper self-control and comply with the rules, right? So you have an exit who break the rules even on the road, right? They break the rules so badly that sometimes they wind up getting some heavy ticket, right? So you need self-control, right? Some people they drink and they drink irresponsibly, right? Need self-control. So my fam, let's go into this one and let you learn a bit more about self-control. Practice self-control. Paul writes, consider yourselves to be dead to the power of sin and alive to God through Christ. Do not let sin control the way you live. Do not give in to sinful desires, or let any part of your body become an instrument of evil to serve sin. Instead, give yourself completely to God. If you let it, your body will lead you astray. It's not that it's evil, but it has certain appetites which are always ready to respond to surrounding stimuli, all of which are terribly appealing and temporarily satisfying. Chuck Swindoll writes, life on earth is really nothing more than a string of moments. And I don't want my testimony for Jesus Christ to be shattered by a single moment of indulging my flesh. I don't want one moment of rage or pride or lust to cast a shadow over a lifetime of walking with my Lord. Frankly, I fear that possibility. And do you know what I want to fear that possibility? When I stop fearing it, I'm in grave danger. So, how do you deal with your carnal appetites? The only way is to make God's word your code of conduct and refuse to compromise. And if you need a role model, you won't find a better one than Jesus. He said, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves. You'll be surprised how hard it is. But the payoff comes later when you need to deny yourself in a big area of life that has much more riding on it. Up top and just that you know it's DUTCHdinero you're representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe, tell your friend about Yasso, cause a Yasso nice. Yes, my fam, me there, right? So my fam, you are here learning about self-control, right? So the best person to be your role model when it comes to discipline and self-control is none other than the Lord himself, Jesus Christ, right? Because as you know, Jesus was very disciplined, right? He was disciplined to the maximum level of perfection. So if you want to be perfect, you have to try and be like Christ, right? So in order to do so, you must deny yourself, right? Because self-control, denying yourself, make you control yourself more, right? Because you know your attitude, you know what you are good for, you know what you like, and you know what you draw towards more. But what you do, you try and change yourself. It cannot come overnight, but if you try, you will get better and better at it as you go along, right? So practice some self-control, and I hope this video help you to practice self-control and give you some tips on how to do so, right? Very informative one here, right? My fam, to my next topic will be what's in a name. Everything, right? And it's a part part 6 topic, right? It's a 6-part topic. What's in a name? Everything. So we gonna find out how powerful name can be, how powerful a name can be, right? So what's in a name, right? So I will be doing a 6-part series in the next video, and the next topic will be what's in a name, right? So you can go to your YouTube search and type what's in a name. Everything, part 1, right? And DUTCHdinero, what's in a name? Everything, part 1, DUTCHdinero, or DUTCHdinero, what's in a name? Everything, part 1, and you will find that video much quicker, right? So my fam, as you know, today's topic is practice self-control, right? So as we were discussing self-control and you hear from the passage, you can hit me up in the comment box and let me know what you've learned and what you think is most important about self-control, and the most important things you can do to practice self-control, and how to break uncontrolled habit, right? So hit me up in the comment box, my fam. Let me hear your views on this one. What you think about this one, how you like this one, what are your experiences. Me there, my fam, me there. Hit me up in the comment box up top.